I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Hello, hello, hello. This is Attorney Mike Gravel coming to you from a top secret undisclosed location. This was sent to me by Anita Schott and a lot of other people. It's fantastic. This guy is absolutely insufferable. I also have a good one, the return of Mr. Little from Brecken. We're gonna put that in here too. I streamed him yesterday from the airport in Houston. It was good. And of course, a big shout out to Court Watchers. I'm using their video. So Court Watchers, link to the channel and this specific video in the description below. Let's go, shall we?
This is an original petition in suit affecting the parent-child relationship with an acknowledgement of paternity. And this was filed by the Attorney General's office on December 6th of 2024. Mr. Millard, can you state your full name for the record, please?
Yes, my name is Sidney Millard Bay.
Have you legally changed your name?
Yes.
Okay, so you have a social security card with Bay? And
No.
Okay, do you have a driver's license with Bay?
No.
Okay, so you haven't.
Do you have a birth certificate with Bay?
Ma'am, I challenged jurisdiction and we
Yes, and that
haven't.
was denied, sir, so we are proceeding.
Well, I'd like to proceed to a de novo hearing.
Have you filed that request with the court?
I did. It should be in your paperwork.
Judge, I don't see a de novo filed on Odyssey.
Don't either. You filed that with the district clerk's office?
I did. It was mailed on the 26th.
You might not have received it yet.
Yeah, they didn't get it. Too bad, so sad.
It should have been there.
When did you mail that, sir? You said the 26th?
Yes.
Is that timely, Mr. Dehamian?
No, Your Honor. Typically, de novos are done within 3 days of a judge's ruling. There hasn't been a substantive ruling in this case. But there's nothing e-filed on Odyssey regardless.
Checking with the clerk. And before we begin, let me swear you in, sir, because even what you just said to me was not said under oath. So again, your legal name is, what is your legal name, sir?
Sidney, capital SIDNEY, Millard, capital MILLARD, Bay, capital BEY.
Can you, and Miss Blake, can you state your full name for the record, please? I think she's frozen, so we're going to have to wait for her.
Hello?
Ma'am, I think you were frozen. Are you able to hear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, what is your full name, ma'am?
Sonora Blake. Sonora Marie Blake.
Okay,
At
and
least
sir,
they're
with
not
your
nice
name,
people.
are you the person who also goes by Sidney, Sidney Somerville Millard the fourth?
Actually, perfect couple.
That is not you? That was never you?
That is my all caps name. That's not the name that I have.
Are you saying that's a different person though?
No, I'm saying that I am not that person.
Now, Judge, he has sent a de novo to the state, but he hadn't filed it with the court.
Sir, where did you mail? Well, if you can both please raise your right hands to be sworn in. Do you each solemnly swear that any testimony you give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I affirm.
Yes.
Okay. So, sir, where did you mail your request to on April 26th?
I mailed it to the Lamarck office.
Okay, so you did not file it with the court. Mr. Division, are you able to read what it was? I just want to make sure it was a de novo and not a new trial.
Yes.
See. Judge, I can share the screen if you would like.
I asked you to read it.
Okay. So the title, it's non-standard. the title, he wrote request for de novo hearing. Then he's got his name, and he's got an address, and underneath that he's attempted to put a style, and then he titled it nunc pro tunc, and then underneath that he's got request for de novo. Then he's got another title saying notice to the court, requesting de novo hearing concerning the denial of my affidavit of fact of dismissal of lack of jurisdiction. I am requesting de novo hearing on the following grounds. And he cited several cases. Which is not relevant. And there's a page 2. And he's talking about the postal box, the post box rule, which is also not relevant. And then he signed it on page 3, and he's got a jurat.
Objection.
What's
I
your
believe,
legal
I believe
objection,
that everything here is relevant.
Objection.
Okay. I'm going to sustain your objection. However, I don't know if it's denying, but I'm going to find that your de novo request, I don't need to wait for that because it was not filed with the court, and it was not filed timely, even if I considered the AG's office the court, which I do not.
Can you repeat that? I didn't
You
hear
did not file it with the court, and you did not timely file it, even if you had filed it with the court. So
Motion
we're moving
denied.
forward today. Mr. Dehamajian, you may call your first witness.
Thank you,
Well,
Judge.
well, hold on, Your Honor. I have a question. Like, you saying that it wasn't in a timely manner, but it was on the 26th, and notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. Once it's in their hands, it's in your hands.
Not good legal advice. I'm denying, well, it's not even filed. I'm finding it's not filed with the court and it is not timely. You may proceed, Mr. Dehamajian.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, at this time, the state requests that you take judicial notice of our petition filed on December 6, 2024.
I take judicial notice of the pleading, including the acknowledgement of paternity that was signed by both parties with their all caps names.
Thank you, Judge. And the state calls Ms. Blake. Ms. Blake, can you state your name for the record?
Sonora Marie Blake.
Ms. Blake, who is your child?
Raheem Ali Malloy.
And how old is he?
13.
Okay. Now, when you make decisions, important decisions for the child, do you consult it with his father?
Yes, it depends on what the situation is.
Okay, and you're asking for joint managing conservatorship, right, ma'am? Where you continue
how
making.
old is this child?
How old is the child, ma'am?
13.
Okay, and
Sure is.
you're in agreement as to keeping it wanting joint managing conservatorship where you continue to make decisions together, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what's the visitation with the child with dad right now? When does he get the child?
Whenever he likes.
Okay. And the child and the child and dad, they have a good visitation, good relationship.
Yes.
Okay. And you wouldn't you're not against that the visitation be the standard possession order in this case, right?
No.
Okay. Now, the geographic, are you asking that be no restrictions, ma'am, where you make your home with the child?
Yes.
Okay. And why are you wanting no restrictions?
Because I don't have a problem with moving places to where he's able to still see him. It doesn't matter where we at, he can still be able to see him and come get him.
Okay.
And he goes
Now,
to school here.
okay. So do you have any plans to move in the future?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Do you have any job offers outside in other states or any other place?
Not at the moment, I don't.
Okay.
And ma'am, you're
But
in Galveston County?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you lived outside of Galveston County since your child's been born?
No, ma'am.
may I continue, ma'am? Your Honor.
You may.
Ma'am, what type of health and dental insurance is the child on right now?
Medicaid, children's Medicaid, I think it is.
Okay. Now, do you know what Mr. Millard does for a living, ma'am?
He used to work as a lineman, fixing on the light poles and stuff, but now I too much don't really know.
Okay.
I've seen
you know,
a truck. I don't know. I think he drives trucks. I don't know.
When was that?
do you know
I'm
if he's
not for sure.
10
do you know if
years
he's
ago?
retired?
Yeah, he don't work for them no more.
Okay. Now you said truck. What kind of truck does he drive?
Mm,
She seriously doesn't know.
I just seen a big truck, like I don't know. I guess there's 18 wheelers. I don't know what kind of truck it was. I don't know.
It's a big 18-wheeler truck.
How comfortable are y'all sharing the
Yes.
road with this guy?
And where did you see that 18-wheeler truck?
I just seen a picture of it on my son's phone, on Facebook.
And where was it parked?
Oh, I don't know. It was parking lot or somewhere. I don't know exactly.
Do you believe that he's driving a truck right now?
I don't know. There's a possibility.
Okay.
If he is, I bet he's got a CDL in his all caps name. Oh, yes.
Now, let's talk about retroactive child support. Has he given you any monies in the last 4 years to support your child, ma'am?
Yes, off and on.
If you're
Those
gonna
requests.
put a dollar amount,
I'm
how
sorry,
much is?
Mr. Davidson, you interrupted her last word. I couldn't hear it. What did you say at the end, ma'am?
I said yes when I asked them request for it.
Okay.
If you're going to put a dollar amount, ma'am, how much has he given you in the last 4 years?
Altogether, what I added up that I had on my cash app, it was like 3,300.
Okay. Let me ask you this: have y'all ever lived under the same household?
No, not living.
Okay. Ma'am, do you know if he's got other kids?
Yes.
How many other kids does he have?
There's 6 altogether, and
Objection.
1 moment. Okay.
Five.
Ma'am, 1 moment. What is your legal objection, sir?
What's the relevance of my kids being drug into this? Like, I don't understand.
Calculation, sir. You may proceed, Ms. Blake, and I couldn't hear anything you said. So if you can repeat your answer.
6 altogether, about 5 that's living.
Okay, so
I say that.
are you
I have
saying
to
one is
admit it.
deceased, ma'am?
I say that to this day.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Okay. And so, not counting the one child in this case, there's 4 children outside this case, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I only have one with him.
Okay. The 4 kids outside this case, are they all adults? Are they all over 18?
Yes.
Okay.
Are any of them in high school still?
No.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, you may call your next witness.
Your Honor, I call Miss Tatiana Young-Fleeton. I don't know if she's been sworn in yet, Your Honor.
Don't believe she has. Can you state your full name for the record, please?
Tosiana Young-Fleeton.
And can you please raise your right hand to be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear that any testimony you give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, thank you. You can lower your hand. Proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Fleeton, who do you work for, ma'am?
The Office of the Attorney General,
And how long have you been working for the Office of the Attorney General?
18 years.
And what do you do there, ma'am?
I'm a child support officer. I calculate child support, medical support, and dental support, and retroactive child support, medical support, and dental support.
Ma'am, what did you calculate in this case?
Retroactive child support.
And what were your findings there?
For the year 2021, minimum wage, gross $1256.67, net $1159.87 for 12 months, at a total of $232 a month, based on 20%, for a total of $2,784. Excuse me. For 2022, minimum wage $1256.67, net $1159.87 at 12 months, at a total of $232 based on 20%, for a total of $2,784. For 2023, gross minimum wage $1256.67, net $1159.87 for 9 months, at a total of $232 based on 20%, for a total of $2,088. Also for 2023, for 3 months, gross $2,119.80, net $1,870.66. For 3 months at $374 based on 20%, for a total of $1,122. For 2024, gross $4,092, net $3,457.80 for 3 months at $692 based on 20%, for a total of $2,076. For 2024, minimum wage, gross $1256.67, net $1159.87 at 9 months at $232 based on 20%, for a total of $2,088. And for 2025, gross $1256.67 minimum wage, net $1159.87 at 4 months at $232 based on 20%, for a total of $928. The subtotal $13,870 with a credit of $3,300 for a total of $10,570.
Judge, at this time, I offer State's Exhibit 1, which is the retrocalc based on Ms. Fleeton's testimony.
Don't see the case is even open for today. Does it have a date? I don't have any objection to me entering the exhibit. What was it, State's Exhibit?
1, Your Honor.
State's Exhibit 1.
Yes.
Ms. Blake, do you have any objection to State's Exhibit 1?
No, ma'am.
And Mr. Villar, do you have any objection to State's Exhibit 1 being admitted into evidence?
I do object.
What is your legal objection?
My objection is that I don't wish to contract. I don't have a reason to contract. I do enough already for Sonora and my son.
Okay. I'm going to overrule that objection and admit this into evidence. And do know, sir, you'll get a chance to explain why you don't believe back child support is appropriate. State's Exhibit 1 is admitted, and you may continue, Mr. Dehmasian.
Judge, I pass the witness, Ms. Fleeton.
Okay. You may call your next. Oh, actually, Mr. Millard, do you have any questions for Ms. Young-Fleeton?
I only object to this proceeding because I moved to dismiss. There's no reason for this, and you all have me here.
Okay. I'm overruling the objection. Ms. Blake, do you have any questions for Ms. Young-Fleeton?
No, ma'am.
Okay. You may call your next witness, Mr. Dehmasian.
Thank you, Judge. I call Mr. Millard. Mr. Millard, can you state your name for the record?
Sydney Millard Bay.
Mr. Millard, what do you do for a living, sir?
I have a question. I'd like to know the proper names for yourself, the judge, and the other officer that was here.
Judge, objection, non-responsive.
I believe that there's a conflict of interest here because at least two of you work for the state.
Okay. I'm going to overrule the objection. My name is Judge Jennifer Baker. Mr. Gary Dehmasian, his name is written right there on the screen. Miss Tosiana Young-Fleeton, her name is on the screen as well. So you may proceed, Mr. Dehmasian.
That was a mistake, Judge. That was a big mistake. It is within your discretion. You can certainly do that. But the way we proceed at hearing is the witness is asked a question and then they answer the question. The objection was proper and should have been sustained. Now you have bought into his premise that he deserves answers to his nonsense. I think this judge is basically good, and I don't think this is a big deal. But these little things spin out of control.
Who are they employed by?
Sir, it says they work for the Office of the Attorney General. You may proceed, Mr. Dehmasian.
Sir,
So everyone works for the Office of the Attorney General?
I don't. You may proceed, Mr. Dehmasian.
Mr. Millard, what do you do for a living?
So you work for the state?
Objection, non-responsive.
Sustained. Sir, please answer the questions.
I don't work.
Are you retired?
I don't understand. I don't understand where we're going here. I already said what I need to say in this matter, but you guys keep pushing forward. So I'm telling you that I don't want a contract, and you're steady trying to draw me into your jurisdiction, and that's not what I want.
Sir, do you own an 18-wheeler?
I don't understand.
Do you drive a truck for a living, sir?
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Are you refusing to answer my questions, Mr. Millard?
I move the court to dismiss.
I'm denying that request. You may proceed, Mr. Dehmasian.
Mr. Millard, do you live in a home or an apartment?
I live within myself.
Do you pay rent?
Excuse me. I live within myself.
Do you own a car, sir?
I move the court to dismiss.
I'm denying that
Objection.
request. Sir, please answer the question so I can make an appropriate ruling in your case. This is not a contract. International Shoe says I have jurisdiction of you. You were served in Texas. This child lives in Galveston County. We are proceeding with the Attorney General's petition.
And you are losing badly.
I don't understand.
Do you pay rent, sir?
I don't understand.
Do you have a car?
I don't understand.
Judge, the witness is refusing to answer questions.
He's saying he doesn't understand. He might not understand.
Hmm.
Just ask your questions to the best of your ability, and I'll make my ruling to the best of my ability.
Okay.
You can impeach him if you have impeachment evidence.
Mr. Millard, do you own a phone?
I don't understand.
What are you using for Zoom, sir? What device are you using?
This is a tablet.
Okay, so you own a tablet. Do you know what a phone is? Do you know what a telephone is? Maybe he needed to use the full word.
Do you own a phone, sir?
I don't understand
Which part of that did you not understand so he can break it down for you?
any of it. Like I
You know-
don't even I don't understand these proceedings. I don't even understand why I'm here. Like I told you guys that I don't want a contract. I don't need to contract.
Sir,
And I asked the court to move to dismiss.
I'm denying that. This is your chance to provide evidence, sir. Otherwise, I'm just going to make.
And once again, we're at the point where contempt is your only option. It really is. Obviously, he's full of crap, and in order to proceed, you can. I do it. I've done it so many times I can't count. Where you say objection, please instruct the witness to answer the question, and the judge will look at him and say answer the question. If they don't answer the question, now they're in. Now it's between the judge and the witness, not me. And then they have to figure out what to do from there.
Make my ruling.
Evidence of what? Of what? That I'm here?
Before me, sir, I can't give legal advice, but I can let you know the issues before me are conservatorship, possession and access, support, child support, medical support, dental support, and back child support. So that is what I am going to be ordering.
I agree.
And I already do all of that, John. So I object to this whole thing.
I understand you object, sir, and I'm overruling your objection. Mr. Dehamian, do you feel you need any more testimony from Mr. Bay?
No, Judge. I passed the witness.
Do you have any other witnesses?
I recall Ms. Blake just briefly.
Okay, you may do so.
Ms. Blake,
Yeah.
do you? You could just answer to the best of your knowledge. Do you know if Mr. Millard lives in a home or an apartment?
I think he live in a home.
Do you know if he how many vehicles does he have?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
The state does not represent either party, so I'm going to give you each a chance to let me know if there's anything additional regarding those issues that I just described. Ms. Blake, is there anything additional you'd like to say?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Millard, is there anything additional you'd like to say?
Yes, I'd like the court to move to dismiss. I object to all of these proceedings.
I'm going to make my ruling and render based on the testimony presented. Before I rule, I'm letting each party know that you do have a right to a de novo hearing before the referring court regarding any decisions I make. That request must be filed with the district clerk's office. I am finding once again there is jurisdiction over this matter. The child lives in Galveston and Mr. Millard was served in Texas. Those service papers are on file with Galveston County as reflected in my previous ruling. I'm appointing the parties joint managing conservators with Ms. Blake having the right to determine the primary residence of the children within Galveston and contiguous counties, or any county that touches Galveston. Before I continue, Mr. Dehamajian, do you have any requests regarding medical support or child support?
Yes, Your Honor. We do have
I'll
a,
just- No need. You didn't present it. I'm going to just create a child support amount. Bear with me. Okay. I'm setting child support based on minimum wage. There's one child before the court and no others. I'm finding that nobody has access to private insurance at a reasonable cost. I'm ordering that Mr. Millard pay to Ms. Blake cash medical support of $35 per month beginning May
Objection, Your Honor.
2025. Sir, let me get through my ruling. Beginning May 1st.
I have a question.
Sir, let me get through my ruling and then you
I
can
have
ask-
medical insurance for my
Let
son.
me- Okay, you did not testify to that, and you said it was you. I think you might have objected to the question. So where do you have medical insurance available?
I didn't hear the question.
Okay, what insurance? How do you have insurance for your son? Is it through a job? Is it through the marketplace? Is it through a relative? Is it
Made up Moorish BS.
Proceed, Your Honor.
no? This is important. Where is the insurance from? I don't know.
It's through a marketplace.
Okay, so you have gone on the marketplace and you purchased insurance? Is that true? That's what you're saying? You went online and purchased insurance, or you called and purchased insurance?
Yes.
Okay. What company is that through?
I don't know. I don't have the documents in front of me.
Have you provided Ms. Blake with those documents so she can use the insurance?
I did.
Okay. And do you know how much it costs per month?
I don't remember.
Is there a place you could go look that information up?
It
It will
not
affect
right
your
now.
child support and it will make your child support lower. So it will help you to look up this information.
I don't know, Your Honor. I don't have the information with me right now.
Okay, are you in your house right now? You don't have it anywhere in your house.
Okay, it wasn't presented. Ignore
Go
it.
ahead, Your Honor.
Ms. Blake, do you know that he has private insurance? Ms. Blake, has he given you the cards? You have to answer out loud.
Hold on. Let me look on my phone before I say.
God.
Was it a card? I think it was a card. Okay, it's what is this? I have a card he sent me. It's a discount card. It don't have an amount on here.
I would just rule as if he didn't have it because I don't think he does, but B,
We're
if he
listening to you,
did,
ma'am.
he didn't present it.
Ma'am?
We're listening.
Yes, I pulled up a card. I pulled up a card that he sent me, but it doesn't have a amount on here. It just says benefit level, individual, children, the group number,
What company?
member ID, NCE. It says a discount card. That's what it says on there.
That's not insurance.
I don't know if you can see it or not. See if you can see it. Did you see?
No, do you want to send that to the Attorney General's office so they can look at it?
Yes.
So are you on this insurance as well, Mr. Millard?
I just only, I'm sorry. I only see his name on there. I don't see Raheem's name on here. I'll be a mother.
And please remember your
Oh.
report. Please watch your language.
Ms. Blake, I just sent you an email. If you could forward that to me.
This is
Ms.
just
Blake, can you
a
hear me?
depressing display of
She
humanity
just
right
lost
here.
connectivity.
I have a question, Your Honor. Do you have an address for the de novo hearing for me to send the de novo hearing to?
It is the district clerk's office in Galveston County. I don't have the address. Ms. Maripis, if you can look that up. Or sir, you can Google it. Right now she's not here, so if you want to take the time to Google that, you may.
And you said it's in Galveston?
Yes, it's the courthouse in Galveston County, Texas. Galveston County District Clerk's Office. I don't know what address they use.
I just got off the phone with her. Her phone died. She'll be logging in shortly.
So we've Googled NCE
Do we
and
need to be on the record? Why don't we get on the record?
yes, Your Honor, please.
We can start the recording again. Okay. So yes,
So Your Honor, we've found something out. We've Googled NCE, and it's like what Mom said. It's a discount card. It's not insurance.
okay.
So I don't know if that would help the court finish its ruling.
That does
um,
help. Sir, do you know anything else beyond that?
It
Mr.
sure does.
Lord?
Objection. Your Honor, she just read the other name of the card for the insurance.
The other was, I believe, well,
There's life insurance.
so do you have any other health insurance available?
It's medical insurance, Your Honor.
Okay, can you provide some testimony about that? So, because I can only rule based on evidence before me, I can't go investigate.
That's fine.
And I can't, so I want to hear this testimony, but you need to provide it, sir, because no one
That's
else
fine.
has information.
It's
It's not
it's fine.
fine. I'm supposed to order insurance through your job if you have it, or then through another source if you have it. And then a state plan is supposed to be last on the priority list. So if you have it through another source, which it sounds like you might, I should be ordering that. But I need evidence to do that, sir.
I don't have it. That's
Okay. Okay, does anyone have anything else they'd like to say before I conclude my ruling? Okay, so I will render judgment. I'm ordering the parties joint managing conservators with Ms. Blake having the right to determine the primary residence of the child within Galveston or any county that touches Galveston County. Ordering that Mr. Millard has visitation pursuant to the pursuant to the standard possession order. I'm finding nobody has access to private health insurance at a reasonable cost, so I'm ordering that Mr. Millard pay to Ms. Blake cash medical support of $35 per month beginning May 1st of 2025. Finding nobody has access to dental insurance at a reasonable cost. I'm ordering that Mr. Millard, is Ms. Blake here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, if you can stay on camera, ma'am,
Oh, sorry.
you're in court. Mr. Millard, thank you for staying on camera. I'm ordering that Mr. Millard pay to Ms. Blake child support of $225 each month beginning May 1st, 2025. And based on the testimony provided today and evidence presented, I'm ordering back child support in the amount of $6,500 as of today, April 28th, 2025. That's a back child support judgment against Mr. Millard. It will accrue interest for the family code at a rate of 6% per annum. It is not an installment debt. Other remedies can be used to collect this if appropriate. However, I am ordering that Mr. Millard pay to Ms. Blake $50 each month beginning May 1st, 2025 towards that judgment, with a step up to $275 when child support ceases per the family code. And I'm ordering that Mr. Millard pay court costs as billed to Galveston County by April 28th, 2026. The state is going to draft the order based on my ruling today, and they'll be sending it to both of you through DocuSign to review and sign. If you don't sign it, they will be submitting it to me, and I will confirm that it matches my ruling and sign off on it. So we're going to have you all go back to your breakout rooms, so you'll get a chance to review the order in private and confirm it matches the ruling. But thank you both for coming in, and good luck going forward with everything.
Good morning, Mr. Little. All right, now here's the deal. When I speak, you don't talk, okay? I'm gonna give you an opportunity to speak. I'll give you your opportunity to speak, whatever you need to do to put on the record. But when I'm talking, you don't talk, okay? And I'll let you know when I'm ready to hear what you have to say, okay? That's how it's gonna work in here. But let me go off the record now. Ms. Snyder, I have, good morning to you. I have Mr. Little here. Now, they canceled the jury trial yesterday not because you were out sick, but first and foremost, we had an issue, Mr. Little and I yesterday, and that resulted in me putting him out of my courtroom. Since then, I had Ms. Mathis speak to Ms. Walker, and they canceled the jury. Mr. Little is here. How do you want to proceed with this?
Officer Benson. If you're saying that standing. Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and talk to him.
I would defer to your honor. I know I've spoken to Mr. Little before. I don't believe he'd be interested in discussing any offers or anything like that. Although if he'd like to, of course, I'm willing to discuss it with him. I would just ask that we set a. Sorry.
No, he says no.
I would ask that we set a new jury trial date at least 2 weeks out, so I have time to send out subpoenas.
Yes, Mr. Parker.
Let's see the closest time we can have a jury trial this first month. Go ahead.
If I'm not I'm not incorrect, the date was the trial. You asked me to come in yesterday for like a pre-trial. Today was supposed to be for trial.
Right, but you messed that up.
Well, that was for yesterday. Today is a whole new day. Today, you said a trial for today. So,
We're not gonna get.
no, I'm trying to understand you.
We're gonna get understanding. You messed that up.
Okay, I get that. I get that.
All right. So that was the pretext for this. So since you messed that up, we have to reset this.
No problem. No
So we
problem.
want to make sure that everybody's on board and is gonna be heard. Now, we'll reset this, and I'm gonna get you as quick as I possibly can. Because I understand that you have a right to a speedy trial. What is that, 22nd of this month?
That's a Tuesday.
Then that's the date that you have?
Yes, I have other dates.
All right, now let's do it on the 22nd. We're gonna get it sooner rather than later.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right, let's call this. Step up, Mr. Little, please.
Yeah, you have a right to a speedy trial, but if you cause the delay, it doesn't count towards that. That's kind of how that works.
And so, and the statute is provided.
And now I'm gonna let you make your record today too.
I
We're
reckon-
gonna make it in an orderly fashion. I speak, I'll let you speak, okay?
Gotcha.
City of Detroit versus Bernard Brandon Little. Case numbers SP 1695294, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1695294.
That was me, Gringa.
Appearance for the record, please.
For the record. Brandon Little, a live man, dead man. I'm here on arrest, poison, and force.
Snyder.
Alexa Schneider for the people, P80322.
All right. Today is the date and time set for a jury trial, was set for a jury trial for the reasons mentioned. I'll put them on the record. We had, Mr. Little and I had a misunderstanding. I think Mr. Little had the misunderstanding. I wasn't misunderstood yesterday. That was the final pre-trial. And because of that incident yesterday, we canceled the jury trial.
I love Perkins. He just gets all caught up in himself. I know what he meant. He said I wasn't misunderstood. Yeah, you were. But you meant to say that you did not misunderstand anything.
That was set for today. We're going to reset this jury trial for the 22nd of July. at 9:30. We're going to also set a final pretrial again, and this, for the record, I want all parties to appear. You don't have to be in person, you can be on Zoom. But for the jury trial, you have to appear, but I just want to make sure that final pretrial date is set so that all the officers, that we know that the officers are ready to proceed, we know the city's ready to proceed, and we know you're ready to proceed, which I believe you're going to, I know you're going to be here ready to proceed. So let's make that final pretrial on the 21st and then have a jury trial on the 22nd. All parties need to be here on the 22nd in person. So let me get this correct. All parties need to be here on the final pretrial. They do not have to be in person. They can be on Zoom. But for the 22nd jury trial, all parties need to appear. Now, there's going to be an exchange of jury instructions. You need to get with the city on that, and you may want to talk to the city before you leave on how you want your jury instructions. And if there's an issue with jury instructions, then we'll discuss that on the final pretrial. But maybe you need to get with the city before you leave. So
I got a pamphlet on it.
All right, so that you guys can establish that we can come to an agreement on the jury instructions. At this time, I'm going to let you make your record.
Speak up. For a matter of record, I'm just here under duress. My name is Bernard Brandon Little. Forced to come here. I have no desire to be here. I'm a live living man. I should be here for all caps. It's just business. I'm not here for business. That capacity.
Is that your record? Okay. All right. Anything further, Ms. Snyder? Where does she go? There's nothing further. That's how we'll proceed. Final pretrial the 21st at 8:30, and the jury trial on the 22nd at 9:30. All right. All right. Now, do you want to speak with the city? Make sure that.
I have no desire to.
Okay. Very well. Best of luck to you, Mr. Little. Have a very good rest of your day.
Do the same.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Mr. Little, dumb as he is, gamed the system again for yet another continuance because he really doesn't want it to proceed to trial. He gets his way once again. We'll see if it ever goes. that SovCit was absolutely out of hand. That was good times. Thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it. I'll see you soon.